Centuries ago, in this small village in Ravenwood, lived a family, the Ivanova family. A teenage girl by the name of Tatia lived in this village with her family. It was a night like any other night. Her dad was fishing while her mom was prepping dinner. Her mom, Pinka Ivanova, her father, Ivan Ivanova, were well known around the village as a very happy couple. The couple that everyone would strive to be. They had farm animals, the father was a provider, and the mother was a great cook. Their daughter Tatia was gorgeous. She was sweet, gentle, and everything that every parent would want in a child. One night, after the family was done having dinner, an unexpected guest made their way into their home. As Tatia went outside to get rid of the dishes, she would soon find that it was the last time she would see her parents alive. You see, there was rumors around the village that a creature would come at night and take people, drain their blood, and kill them. That creature was none other than Vlad. And that one fated night, it was the Ivanova family that was targeted. As her father was cast into hallucination, Vlad drained the life of Tatia's mother. Shortly after, her father as well. As the life left his eyes, all Ivan could think of is who would take care of his little girl. As Tatia walked in, she was able to get one last glance at the guy that murdered her family. She couldn't believe what she saw. She couldn't believe that her family was one of the ones that were targeted, and that her family was gone. She shortly went from being sad to being angry. She'd heard a rumor about a wishing well guarded by a little ghost, a little girl. She heard that with this wishing well, she could wish for anything. And let's just say that day she didn't just wish for anything. She wished for immortality. Immortality so that she could live long enough to find the guy, to find the creature, that immortal that took her family from her. And here she is, centuries later, ready to take her revenge. I hope you guys liked that little intro. We're here with the final episode of the Occult miniseries, and Tatia is here pretty much waiting for everyone. She's here waiting to pretty much kill everyone. She knows that Vlad finally knows who she truly is and what she's been up to. She hasn't really told Vlad her full story regarding her knowing that it was him that killed her parents and all that stuff, but the gang is on their way because she did call Vlad and told him where she is and that she's ready to confront him and all the werewolves that are also coming with him. Now the whole gang is here. Vlad called them all over and pretty much told them that it's time to prepare for a battle because Tatia is powerful, and although we have werewolves and vampires all here pretty much getting ready to work together, they know that way to kill the immersion. They know that it's gonna be a tough fight to fight with the Tatia. As Tatia comes out, she knows it's time for her to go all against them. So I'm just gonna have every single one of these werewolves transform and just pretty much get ready to kick some butt. They're already in their dark form. I'm gonna have him transform. He's in his dark form. I'm gonna have him transform. Have him transform. And have him transform. So it shows that she's terrified of werewolves, but I'm just gonna have her pretty much go one by one. She's gonna try to knock out the weaker ones first. Turn him. Morphiate. Morphiate. She's turning them all into different stuff. Morphiate. Also a bunny. She's pretty much going for all of them. Morphiate. Tatia is just pretty much going ham. Just targeting every single one of them. Turning them into different things. From objects to even minionizing Greg. Go to sleep, Greg. You're not going to be able to attack her. Vlad is pretty much telling her, like, I can't believe you've done this. This person that you are is not the person that I married. She's pretty much saying, like, you killed my family. You ain't anything to me. And the reason that I waited all these centuries was because I actually fell in love with you. He's like, you know, take your crap out of here, you know. Whatever's going on between you guys isn't my problem. You didn't have to get my wife involved. And pretty much Tatia just saying, like, I fell in love with you and was able to forgive what you did to my parents after centuries of trying to find you. And when I did, you ended up looking totally different. You had changed into a person that wasn't the person that had murdered my family. But when you chose Bella over me and only came to me after you had been heartbroken by Bella, that's when I decided that it was time to get revenge. And as far as Jourdan goes, she had to be taken out of the way regardless. Bella's just kind of had enough and she wants to come over and pretty much fight with Tatia. Oh, and Bella actually won the fight. This actually makes Tatia really angry, so she kind of starts going on a bit of a rampage on every single person. One by one, they begin dropping like flies. Every single one of them knocked out. She lets Kai and Vlad stay awake so that she can show them what she's done to Jourdan. What have you done to Jourdan? Says Vlad. Jourdan is an innocent girl. What does she have to do with any of this? Her existence puts my immortality at risk. The immortality that I got to get revenge on you. You need to let go of the past, Tatia, Vlad says. Please let it go. I'll never let it go, she says. You need to tell me what you've done with my best friend. Because if you've done anything to her, I will kill you, says Kai. In order for me to be alive, your friend needed to die. And now let's just say she's part of the undead. You didn't want to lose her, so I kept her for you as a natural born enemy to your kind, the werewolves. As Jourdan comes out of her tomb, wondering what she's done to deserve this fate, Kai gives a vicious howl as everyone gets up from the spell that Tatia has done. He runs over to Jourdan and gives his best friend a hug. As Jourdan tells him, she bit me. She bit me and made me drink her blood. I'm dead, Kai. I'm dead, and now I'm a vampire. Kai continues to comfort his best friend, knowing that despite their differences, nothing can separate them. Vlad decides to go back to Tatia and drain her life spirit. It's the only way that he'll be able to erase her memories and pacify her. Stop her from doing all these evil things to the people around him. Years ago, like he did to her parents, he's done to her. But not for the reasons he did to her parents. Before, it was purely for hunger, for need of blood. But this time, it was for vengeance. And to stop the woman he once loved from being a menace to her and everyone else. So we are back at Vlad's now, and the battle is over. All the werewolves went home, of course, except for Kai. which I'm gonna have turn back to normal. And of course, everyone's running away because they're scared of Kai, except for Lilith. Everyone ran away except for Lilith, of course, because she's in love with Kai. But when I tried to have her give him a kiss, it did not work, because unfortunately, Lilith is extremely sad. During the battle, Tatia was able to kill someone, and that person was Lily. Lily was an elder. She was the only elder there, and, well, she was murdered by Tatia, and no one really thought that anyone would die, but she did. Caleb feels kind of terrible, you know. He didn't really give his cousin a chance, and he kind of feels this sense of like regret for not really allowing himself to go back to who he was as a kid. I think a part of it was thinking about his childhood and how happy he was, and who he is now are so different. Not that he isn't happy, but I think his cousin was a reminder of what life was before he was a vampire. Tatia is here, and she's in a state of pretty much death. Vlad drained her life spirit, and so there's not really much life in her at the moment. But this was the only way he could think of to kind of stop her, you know. Fortunately, it was just one person that was killed because of all this. But it's unfortunately, it had to be Lily. I'm just having Kai here, and I'm just gonna have him kind of talk to Jourdan. I think Jourdan is kind of scared. She doesn't really know what to expect from this whole vampire life that she has now. Now that Vlad is no longer with Tatia, her and Vlad can hopefully try something, try to see if they have something between them. But I am gonna have Kai come and console her about the death of her cousin. Things are kind of going awkward between these two because they are opposite occult, so it's gonna take a while for their friendship to get back to normal. But if he can have a vampire girlfriend, I'm pretty sure he can have a vampire best friend. Vlad is just here pretty much talking to Jourdan. You know, he's saying like, I'm sorry that you're in this position now and that you're a vampire, but I'm going to pretty much tell you everything on how to become how to kind of control your powers and stuff like that. I am going to have him make a move. I think that for the end of this story, I do definitely want Vlad to end up with someone that he's compatible with, you know. It is weird for him that she has the same face as Tatia, but I think that he really likes Jourdan and what she's about. Gonna have them snuggle. And then Kai and Lilith, I think that obviously their relationship is going to also kind of be something more than what it started, you know. I'm gonna have them have their first kiss as a way to kind of wrap up their little story. Let's just insinuate that these two do end up together, that these two are a vampire werewolf couple, that they kind of came together to really do something good, you know. Bella was not harmed, and let's have her wrap up her story. Her and Mortimer have always been that couple. They've always been that pair from the very beginning, and even though her relationship with Vlad was a thing, I think she wants to reassure Mortimer that when she was trapped, that she was mostly thinking about him and that she loves him. As far as Caleb goes, He's just gonna go with his life. He's gonna move on and have no regrets. Like I said, he definitely feels bad about his cousin, but he's hoping that things will be better in the future. You know, he has immortality. He has nothing but life and time. So I know that he will move on from things eventually. Now we come up here to Tatia, and when she was in bed, she passed away. She's become a ghost. What she's gonna do actually is she's going to leave. She's gonna leave the house and make sure that no one sees that she's gone. As everyone celebrates their win, or what they consider to be a win, and romance blossoms between the unexpected, the group tries to move on from the woman that tried to separate them based off their occults, based off their friendships, and based off who they loved. But little do they know that what they think they did, what they think, or who they think they got rid of, well, that's not the case. There was a beautiful funeral held at Vlad's house for cousin Lily. And while that was happening, well, let's just say, so was something else. When Vlad went upstairs after the funeral, he noticed that he saw Tatia's urn. So in his mind, it was confirmed that Tatia was fully gone. She was dead and not necessarily buried, but nowhere to be found. In his mind and everyone else's mind, there was no more Tatia. But for Tatia, that was not the same case. For Tatia, she had mastered immortality, and she had mastered rebirth. Is your soul ready to embrace the next chapter? By choosing to rebirth, you will set forth on a new journey as a new sim, leaving your current life behind with no chance of return. You will be taken to manage worlds to select the household where your new life will unfold, and will have the opportunity to fully customize your reborn self and create a sim. While funds, relationships, and achievements from this life will be lost, if you have already unlocked the coveted burning soul trait, you'll be able to retain one personality trait. With the recall past life self interaction along with certain others using the peer into soul interaction available on mirrors, if you choose to rebirth as a younger sim, certain developmental skills will be immediately unlocked. Now the threads of fate lie before you. The choice to weave a new destiny can be made when you are ready. Will you choose to rebirth now? Yes, you will. Now you're probably wondering, where is she gonna go? That's a simple answer, and it's back to Vlad's. That's right. She's gonna rebirth back into this household. And as who, you might ask yourself? Well, that's simple. She's gonna rebirth as none other than Jourdan. Yeah, this is Tatia, and this is Jourdan. They were doppelgangers once. You know what they say, if you can't beat them, be them. She's gonna also go by Jourdan, and when she has a chance, she's gonna replace her. I'm gonna give her the knowledge so that she's a quick learner. That way she can spell cast and learn everything all over again. I'll give her the new macabre trait. She's definitely into darkness, that's for sure. And let's see what are Jourdan's traits that Vlad loves so much. Good, nope. Romantic and cheerful, we can do that. Macabre, romantic. Oh, she can't be cheerful. Okay, she can be romantic. Let's make her self-assured as well. Alright, time to rebirth as the new Jourdan, who's gonna take over Jourdan. Alright, she is here, and she has this thing. I'm a spellcaster. This new life is truly going to be magical. With a wand in hand and magic at her fingertips, Jourdan can't wait to dive into this life as a spellcaster. Speaking of a spellcaster, I'm going to have her use her powers to pretty much call over Jourdan. We're going to say that she's doing that with her magic And Jourdan is coming over. And as she gets Jourdan to come outside, she's telling her, "You tried to beat me once, but unfortunately, no one can beat me. And you will be a bunny that I will get rid of, and I will take your place as the new Jourdan." And Tatia comes in, dressed, looking exactly like Jourdan, to give Vlad a little bit of a kiss. Little does he know that she's still on the search for revenge. Alright guys, that's it for the Occult miniseries. That was the last and final episode. I had a lot of fun with this series. This episode was a little bit all over the place. You know, it's The Sims. It's really hard to kind of play out a story when your Sims don't really want to do what you tell them to do. So I hope that the story came across. The beginning of the story, you saw that Tatia has been knowing Vlad for a really long time. Not just this Vlad, but the way that he looked before, and that he murdered her family. And that's what's kind of started her journey of immortality, where she became immortal and lived for a really long time so that she could get revenge on Vlad. Eventually, she fell in love with him and gave him a chance. For many years, she just loved him in silence. And then he had a romance with Bella, and when he only gave Tatia a chance after being heartbroken by Bella is when Tatia kind of had enough and decided that she wanted to get revenge. And as far as Jourdan goes, her being her doppelganger, she had to get Jourdan out of the way. That was the only way that she was going to be able to keep her immortality intact. So Jourdan was just kind of a casualty. Poor girl died, became a vampire, and then became a bunny and died again. And now she's replaced by the new Jourdan, which is actually Tatia after she's rebirth. So yeah, everything kind of wrapped up. Lilith and Kai ended up together. Lily unfortunately passed away. Bella and Mortimer are on good terms, and they've kind of let go of the past and let go that, you know, Bella was with Vlad at one point. And now Vlad is with quote-unquote Jourdan, and he's hoping to have a happy future with her, not realizing that he's actually with Tatia again, and that we don't know how it'll play out. This was the last episode. Will she forgive and forget and just love him and pretend to be Jourdan and kind of take over her life, having a werewolf best friend and being in love with Vlad and being a part of this group? Or will she get revenge and kill Vlad? You know, we don't know. That's why I wanted to kind of leave it at that. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun with this series. At the point of making this video is actually Halloween when I'm shooting this, the date that the new pack came out. But the time of this video, I've only been posting videos for just 2 weeks now. So yeah, it's been really cool. I've been having so much fun with this, and I hope that you like it. I hope that you consider subscribing, and just know that it's only been 2 weeks. I'm going to continue to grow as a creator, and hopefully I'll get better at speaking, not as many and my video editing and things like that. So if you guys enjoyed what I've been posting so far, please stick around because there's a lot more to come. And happy Halloween. It's not Halloween when you watch this, but it is for me. So I hope you guys liked it, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.